This video is all about getting water to the barn. All right, there's the end of the pipe coming out of the house. I put that pipe in last year, and you can watch one of the videos in it. I put this cap on. I don't think I glued it in place, but now that I look on the inside, it looks like I glued it. I should have never glued it. What a pain in the neck to get that cap off. So I've got a bunch of reducers here. I'm going to glue this together, glue it on the end of that pipe, and then put the rest of the pipe together through the hole in the footing. And then I think down there I'm going to actually cover it with some styrofoam. This is plenty deep where I'm standing, but down there it's questionable, so I'm going to cover that with styrofoam. And so that's let me get this PVC pipe going, and we'll show you what that looks like. All right, this is the line that runs from the house all the way through the footing here into the barn, and actually runs a little bit further, and then they're going to make the corner, and there's going to be a hydrant there. Frost-free hydrant. So this is just the sleeve. There'll be a line. The actual water line runs inside of this, so that if something ever happens, I won't ever have to dig this up again. And that's the plan. So I'm going to shovel some dirt over this and make sure it's secure, and then backfill the whole thing and be done with it, and then move on to the inside of the house. So I guess I'll put you on time lapse and you can watch me backfill. All right, welcome to the barn project. We're working on backfilling. They brought 4 more loads of sand this morning, and I bought a frost-free hydrant, yard hydrant. And yeah, you saw yesterday I filmed putting in the underground sleeve to the house. So this morning I pushed through the 3/4 inch line. I could have gone with 1 inch, but 3/4 inch is fine. And I spent all night thinking about how I'm going to do this, and I don't know how it's going to work out. But so what I'm planning to do is to have the hydrant right here, and I am going to make a I don't know, a wall basically of some old metal roofing we have, and I want the wall to come up. So the concrete floor that gets poured on top of these comes up 4 inches. I want this wall that I'm going to make about an inch below that. And what I'm attempting to do is to separate the stone, the 3/4 inch stone which surrounds the hydrant, from all the sand. So in the future, if you ever had to get down, crawl down in the hole and do anything to these fittings, you'd be able to remove the stone without the sand collapsing in here and get down there and deal with it. And at the anyway, there's a lot of, I don't even know if this is all worth it, but we're going to do it anyway. So next step for me is to I have Teflon tape on this fitting, and I crank that thing right on there, so I think that's going to be good. Next step is to put on these hose clamps here. So I'm going to heat this up with all I've got is matches. The lighter's not working, so I'm going to heat this up a little bit and then clamp these hose clamps on, 2 of them, and hope that never ever leaks. All right, watch me burn my fingers. So it'd be nice to have a torch here to heat this up with, but all I got is matches. So matches is what we're going to use. I just want to heat it up a little bit so that and this may or may not actually work, but we're going to try it. Come on. That should go over there. I should be able to crank down on that thing. And put this one over here. All right, so I put these the heads pointing up, so if you ever have to get down in this hole, it should be a little bit easier to get to. I am going to heat it up one more time and see if I can crank on it a little more, because I can never come back to this. That's as tight as I can get it. Hopefully that never leaks. All right, that's the best I can do. So My plan is here to have this sitting on some foam, like that, and I'll start putting some 3/4 inch stone around this right now, and then I'll work on building the retaining wall with the metal roofing. All right, hold on. All right, I wanted to film what this looks like before I do any backfilling. So you can see I've got the 2-inch PVC pipe with a 1-inch water line coming through, and it's only 125 rated for 125 psi. And I've got the end taped up so there's no moisture, no water from this travels back towards the house. That's the plan. I got, like, I don't know, a few layers on there, and it makes a loop here and goes into the fittings, which supposedly are all tight. We're gonna see. So the next thing I'm gonna do is carefully put in some stone in here. Maybe I'll fill this all up with sand here, and then start filling around the bottom of the valve with stone, because that needs to be stone so that the water in this pipe will dissipate out the bottom once you turn the lever off. All right, here goes nothing. We can fill that with sand. All right, you can see what I've got done. And next thing I'm going to do is go make the shroud out of some old metal roofing. It just has to be 33 inches high. And then I'm going to start carefully filling the outside with sand and the inside with stone, and get the pipe to be plumb. All right, in my infinite wisdom, this is what I've come up with. I've got old metal roofing from the sawmill shed. I was able to cut off sections that were just the right height, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to backfill with stone and sand all the way up to the top. Now you might be asking, why would I be doing this? Why? And the reason is, well, actually, let me explain some more. The floor, I may have to trim this, but the floor is going to be 1 inch above this. So, and hold on, I'm not prepared. This sits inside of here like this, right at the top of the floor height, and the whole inside will be filled with stone. But the problem is, if I make it that big and I ever have to get inside there, I can't get down there. It's too big, it's too little. So I thought if I even have to break out the rest of this concrete around here and remove all of that, dig all that out, I can get to that fitting down there. And that's the object. I want to be able to get down there without having to cut all the concrete out, and hopefully the this metal roofing will create enough of a barrier once the sand is all compacted around here and on the inside, if anything was to happen, that I'd be able to just take out the stone, which is going to be a pain in the neck, but that's a lot easier to do, and the sand won't be collapsing into the hole. I'm probably way overthinking this because all the valves in this in these hydrants can be replaced from the top, but I'm most concerned about the water line fitting going into the bottom of the of this standing pipe. Anyways, that's what I'm going to go through. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, getting this a little bit at a time, trying to keep this anyways, there you have it. You see what I'm up against. I've created a monster. And I'm going to just it's going to happen. I'm going to get this all backfilled at some point before Monday, which is 4 or 5 days away. All right, stick with me. All right, here is a quick look at what I ended up with. You can see that this is the top of the floor, and that will remain crushed stone so that water will go down in. I'm going to trim this down a little bit, and they're going to pour the concrete right over that and into here. And if by chance I ever have to get down in there, I can take that out and break out this last little bit here, and it'll be big enough for my fat blank to get down in there. See, if I had just put this in here and poured the concrete straight up to that, there's not enough room for my body to get down in there. So that's what this is all about, just to make it a little bit bigger, so if somebody ever had to get down in there, they could. Anyway, that's what I ended up with. I hope I never have to go down into that. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Next video will be all about the backfilling.